All right, Mr. Teleferro TV, how's everybody doing out there as I rock back and forward? We are playing a nice little game of take it or leave it, the NBA GM New Orleans Pelicans edition. All right, I just made that name up on the fly, but it sounded pretty cool. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're acting as if we're the New Orleans Pelicans GM, and we're acting as if these trades are on the table. Now, let's make it clear. The Boston Celtics cannot offer this trade to the Pelicans right now because they have Kyrie Irving on their roster, and Kyrie and Anthony Davis are under the same deal. And because Kyrie Irving was already traded to the Celtics, you can't have two guys traded to your team under the same type of contract. They're both under the Rose extension. So this deal would have to happen at the earliest this summer, right? When Kyrie can sign a new deal. So we've heard a lot of talk about the Celtics willing to move on from Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, anybody outside of Kyrie pretty much, and Jayson Tatum. So we have not talked a lot about Jayson Tatum. For some odd reason, his name has kind of got immune because I think the Celtics see superstar potential in Jayson Tatum, young Jayson Tatum. But I'm going to ask you guys straight up and down. Are we going to really take potential over a proven commodity in Anthony Davis? Is 28-10 a night, baby. And he's still young. He's only 25, right? So I'm asking you guys, we ain't talking about no Jaylen Brown. We ain't talking about no picks, no Gordon Hayward, no Al Horford. We ain't even talking about no Kyrie right now. Here's the offer from the Boston Celtics. All right? Terry Rozier and Jayson Tatum. Ooh, this is a tough one right here. If you are the New Orleans Pelicans, are you taking this deal? Now, remember, when Kyrie went down at the end of last season in the playoffs, it was Terry Rozier as the starting point guard of the Celtics team, leading them in the playoffs. He had some big shots against Milwaukee, right? First round. Now, towards the latter half of the playoffs, he kind of quieted down. And by the Cleveland series, he was a shell of himself. And it looked like he was kind of just tired. You know, his shot had kind of left him. Terry Rozier was a starting caliber point guard, and his team did get to the Eastern Conference Finals without two of their all-stars last year. Terry Rozier, Jayson Tatum, all the potential in the world. If you are the Pelicans, would you make this deal? Here's my answer. No. All right, I'm not taking this deal. But it's not far from what I would need. Now, I want to see what happens with the Memphis Grizzlies. So if I were the Pelicans, I would wait this one out until we find out the Celtics own another one of the Grizzlies picks, unless it falls within the top 8. So if it falls at 9 or 10, you know, then if it falls like the 9 or 10, the Celtics would then acquire the Memphis Grizzlies pick, right? If the Celtics would give me a top 10 pick or a lottery pick, right? If it's a lottery pick from the Grizzlies, along with Jayson Tatum and Terry Rozier, I think I might have to call Danny Ainge and say, you got yourself a deal. Because this draft is so deep, that lottery, there's so many good players in the lottery. And maybe it's not, maybe you can't get a Zion, or maybe you can't get a Cam Reddish or RJ Barrett. But anybody that's seen Darius Garland play before he got injured at Vanderbilt, he's really, really good. And he's probably going to be lower lottery. Like, yo, there's some really good players in this draft. And I think I might take a chance on one of those guys alongside Jayson Tatum and Terry Rozier. I start my rebuild mode. I officially go into the Jayson Tatum era. I got a pick. Also, remember, the New Orleans Pelicans are not good this season. They'll be in the lottery themselves right now, and they'll have a small chance at getting a top-tier pick. So, again, they're not good. If this Anthony Davis trade saga continues and he stays on the team the rest of the year, which we expect, they're probably going to lose a lot of games. They're not playing good basketball. Either they're going to be really inspired, or they're going to play really awful and not want to. The teammates are going to kind of check out on Anthony Davis. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the Pelicans can mess around and have 2 lottery picks, Jayson Tatum, a top 3 pick, and then Terry Rozier. That sounds pretty damn good to me, man. Would you take this trade? I say no, but I will be willing to negotiate it based off of this trade. It's a good starting point, and I can see us getting somewhere. Y'all tell me what y'all will do in the comment box below. Boston has a crap ton of assets. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They tuned in.
You are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
Telefair.
Mr. Telefair.
Mr. Telefair.
Mr. Telefair.
Shout out to Mr. Telefair.
You watching Mr. Telefair TV.
Mr. Telefair TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.